Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, no Giga today. He's not feeling well.
And he's not been feeling well for the last couple of days, and I am cripplingly lonely because of this.
Aw.
Hey, at least we get to learn about the importance of magic mushrooms to the brain.
Oh dear.
Nobody's gonna know what that means.
Inside jokes are the best kind of jokes.
Yep. For once I'm not
Wait, what
playing-
about the... Oh, wait, I see. It's just... Okay, I get it now.
What?
I was very confused by that post until I realized exactly what was going on.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm not playing Arknights today because I'm out of sanity on my main account and I don't feel like playing my alt, so I just have a blank Psy window up in case I feel like drawing something.
It will never not amuse me that they called the stamina system sanity in that game.
Yeah.
I'm on my Switch playing a game I never thought I would bring to the channel.
Oh.
Animal Crossing.
Oh.
I got a mess to clean up because last time I played this, it was New Year's, so my island's still decorated for Christmas. So I'm gonna be picking up.
Part of me wants to, start a new game on Animal Crossing.
Oh, if you do, I can help you with DIYs because I've been hoarding them.
I haven't played in ages.
I don't even own the game.
I don't even know what to draw today.
Speaking of Animal Crossing, I will show you all what I did somewhat this week.
Oh.
And people, I haven't posted this to any of my art accounts yet because I wanted to show all my friends personally first. I gotta show you guys this because I'm beyond proud of it, and it's something I will be selling on the store when it opens. Give me a second. Voice context. I'm actually going to use my mobile version of this stuff for once. I am beyond proud to show you guys this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And it's a
Nice.
functioning amiibo, too.
Nice.
You know, I have literally never touched an amiibo in my life.
Neither have I.
I've
Same.
only touched amiibo cards and that one amiibo that's technically all amiibos if you have the right software.
I am technically in that category, except I don't have the device she's talking about. I have chips that I can turn into amiibos. Oh, yo ho ho.
I mean, really all an amiibo is an NFC tag with some data on it.
Yep.
You know, when Phoenix initially DM'd me about this, he called it an NFT tag.
Oh my god.
I did.
That better not have been intentional.
No, it wasn't.
Thank God.
I was typing so fast because I was so excited that I'm actually able to make
An
these things now.
NFT tag.
Oh, there's a get rich quick idea.
Yep.
No, but a friend showed her best friend this little Celeste I made, and it was the best reaction I could have ever gotten because people already want to place orders for their favorite Animal Crossing villagers to have as an amiibo.
Nice.
So that makes me happy.
It should.
I even broke out resin. I made resin star fragments to put on the base of this. And the letters on the base are all resin as well. I should
Neat.
stop vibing and actually go do stuff.
Yeah,
Ironically,
vibing
Celeste's
is
on my
fine.
island right now.
Vibing is fine.
I mean, I was literally doing the airplane dance, just chilling in a patch of blue roses.
Ah.
I was just doing nothing. This is why my island never gets finished.
See, like, my issue is that I did finish my island, and then I just didn't want to do anything else.
And when it comes to restarting, that's heartbreaking.
Yep.
And it's not because you're losing your villagers; it's the DIYs.
I mean, in my case, it would be the villagers.
Yeah, but you have the amiibo puck thing that you can get them all back.
Yeah, but that's annoying, especially because I have, like, Audrey, or whatever her name is.
Oh,
Audrey,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, the fox.
Technically, she's a wolf.
Oh, I know. I call them by what they're inspired by, not what their species is. Like, Coco is a gyroid.
We don't actually know that Audrey is, or Aubrey, or whatever her name is. I think it's Audrey.
It's Audrey.
Yeah, we don't...
Audie.
Audie, right, yes. We don't even technically know that Audie is a fox. She might just be a red wolf.
True. All we do know is that she is inspired by the grandma who plays Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
That is beyond adorable.
Yep. I'm just doing Radiance, I guess.
Oh, speaking of that, I finished Deep Sea Lugia.
Nice.
Ooh.
And I accidentally created a Radiant because I was curious what it would look like in its original color.
I mean, you could always adopt the idea of Radiance. We don't own it.
It was just, I was just fooling around, and it's just like, goddamn click and drag. Yeah, blue is the normal color. Shiny is regular Lugia shiny color. And I got really curious to see what the original color would look like.
Mm.
And I'm very happy with this variant. It's different, but not too different.
Let's see. Oh, that is cool.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
I figured it won't need wings because this is a deep sea creature. So, and it wouldn't need legs either. So I put the legs as like fish fin wings, so I could swim, and it has the hands to grip around caverns and shit.
Nice. I would suggest gills, but other than that, yeah.
Well, I never thought about actually putting gills on it.
Well, I mean, you could always, like, adjust the eye plates so that they're kind of like external gills, like an axolotl.
Mm-hmm. So it's like that's like thinking on it. Like I don't have gills on Gyarados or Magikarp either.
I mean,
I've never thought about putting gills on Pokemon before.
In those cases, like, they're fish. We kind of know that they have gills somewhere.
Right. I could see him like markings along the neck to his gills.
Yeah.
It's water dragon.
Neat.
Oh.
Also, it's basically a cuter version of the Dragon Quest Merman.
I'm not familiar with that. Oh, I see it. I originally took inspiration from the
Akira Toriyama artwork.
Yep.
That is really... I like that style.
I took even a red variant.
Really? Oh man, it really does look like I took inspiration from this, even with the webbed hands. Like, I don't have webbing between the thumb and the fingers, only on the main hand. And I've never once seen this in my life. That's awesome. I originally took inspiration from the Dragon Leviathan in Subnautica.
Sea Dragon, or is it Sea Dragon Leviathan?
I know there's the Emperor.
There's the Reaper Leviathan, the Ghost Leviathan, the Reaper Leviathan, and I think there was a Sea Dragon Leviathan.
Yeah, the one near the core.
Yeah.
The one that's actually spit fireballs at you.
Yeah. The one that I always thought looked like a crocodile.
Yeah, that one. That's where I got the idea for the hands with the serpent body. I originally intended to put tentacles on it, and the back spikes were originally tentacles, but I thought they looked better as just like curved spikes.
Yeah, you don't want to over design something like that.
Mm-hmm. I just went with the spikes because dragon.
Now, what you could do is, like, you could do this without overcomplicating the design. You could, for one, potentially take off the sail that's on the neck, and two, you could make the top two curved spike things into tentacles that are kind of like a displacer beast or a squid in actual deep sea terms.
The fin is supposed to go along the whole body, like from the tail up to the head.
Yeah,
it's not just on the neck. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah, but it's kind of not adding anything except for small details that don't really fit in with a Pokemon. Especially because like it really isn't real apparent what's going on with his tail. Because remember, like Lugia has those spikes on his tail, which I think could be made into like a dolphin tail type thing.
Yeah, but then it would be we're getting really close to that merman down there.
I mean, so. My dude, I literally made a Digimon into a regional variant.
Yeah.
I know,
and also, I feel like the key thing with the merman is the Akira Toriyama face.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Well, either way, I am actually quite happy with this this variant.
Good.
And now I don't know what to do now. Which one's X?
Hmm?
Actually, thinking about the whole tail thing, like, do you think this thing would have a vertical or horizontal tail fin? So fish or mammal tail fin?
It's a weird bird reptile thing, so we don't really have anything to go off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the way I was thinking about its tail's not used to help swimming at all. It's most of its swimming's done with what would be its legs.
Animals don't work like that.
Yeah,
no, but it's a Pokemon.
That you can't explain everything away with it's just that's because it's a Pokemon, because like there is a level of actual anatomy going on with Pokemon.
I mean, to be fair, Game Freak themselves have done that before.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see this thing swimming very fast.
Yeah, I don't see it swimming very well. Fast. I don't see it swimming very well, even with those fins.
It's when I pictured on how it would work, it's mostly like in caverns.
Yeah, it's like don't pick up there's nothing really propelling it is the thing. Like its hands are good for gripping and like crawling around the seafloor and stuff, but there's nothing really propelling its movement because its leg fin things don't look strong enough to help it actually propel, which is important because most swimming animals swim with their tails.
Again, it would be mostly in a cavern.
Yes, but it still should be able to swim if it's living underwater.
Pokemon.
I'm just saying.
Also, I find it funny that despite going, ooh, this looks cool, like, then we just go into criticizing it.
Well, like that.
I know. We're trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm talking from an art and creature design perspective rather than yeah.
It's just sort of the mood whiplash that amuses me.
Well, I mean, if realistically, if you're showing art to your friends and all they're doing is saying how cool it is, then what's the point, really?
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, just try. I don't remember where I put all the Christmas shit on this island.
Yeah, like you don't have to take heed of my advice in the design, but there is a reason I am giving the advice.
Oh, I know. And if you've noticed, have taken things into consideration as each different drawing.
Yeah.
No, I really don't know what to do next, though. Like, I guess I could do the starters.
Yeah.
Finish them. So, horse becomes slightly more teenage horse. Elephant becomes slightly more teenage elephant. And bird gets bigger.
Yeah, you kind of want to avoid that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might just, like, skip to the final evolution, then work on the middle afterwards.
Mm.
Because middle evolutions with starters suck.
You know what else sucks? Ghastly Sprite. Like, this is so annoying to recolor. Because...
Isn't it? Yeah, it's all like pixely.
Well, no, it's not because of that. It's because the eyes don't have any line art.
They don't? I've never noticed that.
I'm just gonna screenshot this. And, like, I'm trying to turn it white and blue for its radiant. And you can see the issue here.
Oh. I've never noticed that. Well, could you add...
I could edit it myself. It's just really annoying. Let's see. Yeah, I could just edit it in a way that it does have fucking line art. It's just... It's annoying and a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing it anyway. Its body also just doesn't have any line art either, and that's annoying.
That's you. I wonder how many Pokemon are actually like that.
More than I would like.
I never knew that.
There we go. That mostly fixed it.
So, as a Game of Thrones fan, or I guess you're a fan.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for House of the Dragon?
Nope.
It just dropped today and it looks so good.
I'm kind of avoiding anything Game of Thronesy aside from the actual show because Giga and I have not finished it.
Well, House of the Dragon takes place hundreds of years before the...
That doesn't always mean anything. Because, for example, if you've read the Maze Runner series, it's a 3-book trilogy. Is it 3 books? Might be 4.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like 3 books, and then it has a prequel, which does spoil the series.
Oh, I never knew that.
Because prequels assume that you have read, watched, or whatever its source material. And because of that, they are prone to spoiling things, even accidentally, when it comes to world building, lore, foreshadowing, that sort of thing, because they assume that you have read or watched the base material.
Yeah.
For example, a really good example of this is the Fate series.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the king of the prequel spoiling the base, the first one is Fate Zero spoiling the hell out of Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, because so Fate Stay Night. I'm gonna zoom out so that whatever. Fate Stay Night is a visual novel, that is like in case people haven't read or watched it, you're basically the main characters are summoning these mythological and historical heroes to battle for the Holy Grail. It makes a lot more sense in context, but um,
Well,
Fate Stay Night is the original point of the entire franchise. Everything builds off of what Fate Stay Night establishes. Fate Stay Night has a prequel for a character that is mentioned in Fate Stay Night, but not really shown because he's dead, as well as a few characters that are present in Stay Night, but are like antagonists or like barely relevant or whatever. Um, Fate Zero just kind of shows the previous Holy Grail War with those characters in it. Now, the thing is, and this is how it was introduced to me, you can watch them in either order, but one will definitely spoil the hell out of the other.
yep.
And
And
Fate Zero does assume that you have read the Fate Stay Night visual novel. And in
yes,
turn, an adaptation of the Fate Stay Night visual novel assumes that you have watched Fate Zero.
yes.
Well,
Like,
I can't say anything except I don't think I have ever seen any of the Fate series.
It is great.
I
I
think
mean,
I have some on a watch list, but since Crunchyroll did their bullshit, where you have to pay for it no matter what, so I won't be able to watch it.
You can always go to a different site. There used to be a really good one called Master Annie, but it's no longer in existence. But you can find Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night as an anime adaptation, basically at any anime website. In fact, Unlimited Blade Works, which is the anime adaptation I was talking about, was at least on Netflix for a bit. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but whatever. Which surprised me because it was in the original Japanese with English subs. So that was weird. But if you do look for Fate Stay Night, look specifically for the UFO Table adaptation, which I believe was 2016.
yeah. And one thing I will say, the ideal way to get into Fate is to read the visual novel,
Yes.
then Fate Zero, and then you can kind of do what you want from there.
Yeah.
If you want to do anime only, definitely do Fate Zero, then Unlimited Blade Works, and then Heaven's Feel.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The ideal way, if you want to get into it organically, is definitely read the VN. It doesn't matter if you get the censored patch or not, but if you don't, you get a little bit more story in that way.
And some
What's
meme
censored in it?
explanations.
There is sex in
Oh,
badly written sex, which is hilarious.
Badly written.
But there's also like one scene in the Heaven's Feel route that is censored with the patch, but it's not because it has sex, it's because you see a child's decapitated head.
oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's especially because of who that child is. But yeah, so you can read it censored. You can choose not to. The censored version replaces the sex with fucking dolphins in one case, or something.
I think I saw a meme about that.
Yeah.
Okay, have you heard the meme? People die when they are killed.
Yes.
That is fate.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
The funny
I
thing is
know the
that
series
quote.
thanks to memes.
Yeah, that quote makes total sense in context.
Oh yeah.
And it happens early enough that it's really no spoiler to explain it.
Yeah.
Basically, the main character got killed, but he didn't die. So basically, he's like, wait, but people die when they're killed. So what the fuck happened?
This seems like a fever dream of a series.
It
Oh,
is,
it
but it's
absolutely
wonderful.
is. The funny thing is, the visual novel is probably my least favorite part of it.
Yeah, so yeah, you can read the censored version. You can choose not to. If you don't, then either you'll laugh at the badly written sex or you'll just skip past it. It doesn't really matter, because the sex never really has any plot in it. There might be some plot after it, but you'll be able to tell quickly enough. Oh, the sex is over. I can go back to reading. But yeah, you read the VN, then you watch Fate Zero, then you watch Unlimited Blade Works, and then you watch Heaven's Feel. And
That sounds like a lot of work for a show.
it's a franchise. It's not just one show.
I love
They
how we
they
got into
do
this from Game of
they
Thrones.
do work by themselves.
Mhm.
I just love we got to this from Game of Thrones.
Well, it makes sense.
There's another visual novel from the same author that I really want to read, just because there's one other anime in the in that universe that I want to watch, and I need the other visual novel to watch it. And that's the visual novel Tsukihime and the anime Carnival Phantasm.
Okay, that makes sense now.
That one sounds familiar.
Carnival Phantasm is weird.
Yeah, so Carnival Phantasm is a
It's kind of like a variety show.
characters from both Tsukihime and Fate. Yeah, I mean it's a comedy variety sketch show.
Yeah.
Featuring all the characters and with so many in-jokes that somebody unfamiliar with everything else would have no idea what's going on.
Gotcha.
I saw one clip of Carnival Phantasm that had Archer in it, and I had no idea what was going on, even though I knew who Archer was. Something about like Archer trying to set a DVR or something. Yeah. Sorry, I thought that I cut out for a minute there.
No.
Okay.
I just don't know how to respond to any of this.
And also, like, if you've seen the fighting game series Melty Blood, that also takes place in the same universe.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah. There's a series of, I believe, anime movies called Kara no Kyokai, which is also in that same universe.
This is all colloquially known as the Nasuverse.
Yes, because the creator's name is Kinoku Nasu.
Yeah. It's worth getting into. I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just, yes, it is a fever dream, but there's nothing wrong with it in this case because it is a great fever dream.
Like this whole time I've been trying to figure out if House of the Dragon would spoil Game of Thrones, and I honestly don't know. It's based off a book I haven't read yet, Fire and Blood, which is just the history of the Targaryens. I know there's a lot of dragons in it. That's about it.
So, like, just going from what I know, from general osmosis of the internet, there is stuff with late series Daenerys that I think might get spoiled by anything relating to the history of the Targaryens.
Because that's a bag of worms if you want to all go down that route.
Yeah. So that's part of why I'm avoiding anything about it, because if it's touched on at all, it's a spoiler.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable. I'm just like, from the trailer at least, it doesn't spoil anything. The show itself, I won't know until I see it in August.
Yeah.
But that gives you till August to watch the last 3 seasons.
It's taken Giga and I this long to watch the first 4, so
No rush. It's a good show. Then it's a show, and then it's a
And then it is.
fun ride. Then it's a fun ride. It's like that. Like that's the way I go into series finales now. When it comes to shows, it's just like I'm just here for the ride. Whatever happens, happens.
Ah.
It's like Game of Thrones has numbed me for expectations. It's like I don't know what to expect anymore.
Oh, and speaking of trailers, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I haven't seen any of the trailers for it.
I mean, a
That's
trailer
what
just got released, I think, yesterday.
Oh yeah, May the 4th.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to go into that show somewhat blind. I just know the Inquisitors are going to be a big part of it.
Yeah.
And the one Inquisitor
There's
looks
this.
ugly as
Yeah.
sin.
Yeah. There's just one little line in the trailer that amuses me so much.
Yeah.
It's with Obi-Wan and Owen Lars, Luke's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I
and
know.
Obi-Wan Kenobi goes, when the time comes, he must be trained. And Owen just goes, what, like you trained his father?
Yeah, and it's just like the look on Obi-Wan's face. Like I've seen the
Yeah.
stills of that scene. It's like that's a fucking burn.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Smiling and nodding because I don't really Star Wars anymore.
Technically, I've stopped Star Warsing with the new trilogy, but other things I will Star Wars with.
I like how we just immediately accepted Star Wars as a verb.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's a verb, it's an adjective, and it's a vowel.
A vowel.
Vowel.
Yes, don't you use Star Wars in words? It's like PH Star Wars. Words are fun. Verb.
Okay.
Okay then.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yes, Patrick. Mayonnaise.
I just like to share with everyone what monstrosity I've created because coloring is weird.
Holy shit, I like it.
I need to find a different shade
Ooh.
of gray for that.
I love the blue fire.
I'm okay. Not entirely
What?
sure that's fire, but yeah.
It looks like fire to me.
Yeah. Right, so
I
fixing
love it has a little
that.
mustache.
What?
It has a mustache.
Okay.
Look above its lip between its eyes.
I see it.
I
I don't
can't
agree with
unsee
it, but I see it.
I can't unsee a mustache.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Where would Celeste like to live? This is now the Celeste episode for my Animal Crossing. I'm building her a vacation home.
Ah. Is it functional?
Technically, yeah, because it's Unhappy Home Paradise.
Oh, okay.
Like this one. Now speaking of Game of Thrones, this will actually be. Well, I think you'll get a kick out of it, anyways.
Oh.
I'm a very frivolous spender sometimes, and what I'm about to show you used to cost $200
Oh
when
boy.
it first came out in 2019, and I got it for $40. It's a unit and a half. Oh shit! Hold on.
No problem.
I'm gonna take a couple things. Oh no, the files are too powerful.
Oh, they're too big of a
Get
file size.
nitro.
I ain't paying Discord.
I mean, I get Nitro just for the
Oh.
ability to use emotes.
It's 3 feet wing to wing and 4 feet from nose to tail.
Neat.
It's
I
a
want one.
massive unit.
I want one.
They're on sale at Amazon. Just hope they don't come by mail like mine did. Because I got one, it was late, and two, the mailman. When he brought the mail, he didn't give me my package, and I was like, I was expecting a package. He says, "Oh, let me go check the back of the truck." It was there. It was just in the back of the truck. It wouldn't have been delivered today either.
I mean, that sounds more like a local issue than
It is
just
a local
yeah.
issue. No,
Yeah.
I'm not blaming Amazon with this one. This ain't the first time I've got fucked over by my mailman with packages.
Hmm.
No, it took about 5 hours to build.
I just
Seems about right.
I mostly want one because I used to collect dragon figures.
It's a hell of a showpiece. So if you definitely get one, if you can get one, get it.
It's
They
probably
also
expensive.
have $40.
That's expensive.
Better than the original price of $200.
It's still expensive for me. I say after I drop however much money on Arknights.
Yes, I see.
I'm
You
just
know what it's like to
staying
be
out of
frivolous.
saying anything altogether because I just spent $200 on something today myself. That's a deal considering the regular price is $520.
Oh, what did you buy? I gotta know.
Contact 6.
I don't know what that is.
Music
Let me
stuff.
link you.
All right.
It's music
Very
stuff.
expensive. Very expensive music stuff.
I see. I don't even know what it is, and I just know as soon as Dark mentions the price, it's music stuff.
Yeah, music stuff is fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Note that because you're all in the US, it'll list prices in US dollars.
It's still $200.
And that's on sale.
Original price $400. So it's a program, right?
It's a sampler plugin, yeah.
Okay. Like I can't. I'm not going to pass judgment on price for anything because I know music is expensive to make.
Very.
Pay hundreds of dollars for the right to use a sound clip.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm not. I'm very familiar with expensive hobbies. I metal detect, so that's a money. That's like owning a boat. It's a money sink. Like it's like I got into like normal people get into small hobbies that are cheap usually, and you can easily fund it. Every hobby I've gotten into costs an arm and a leg.
For all these fucking images to load on this page, and I can show you something truly expensive in digital music production.
Oh boy.
Observe the Cinesamples Everything bundle.
Oh my god.
That's in US dollars, by the way.
Jeez. Okay, why would anyone pay that much for that?
It's complicated.
It's not individual people that are going to be buying that.
Yeah, generally what happens is people buy this sort of stuff for use as a team. And there's actually a lot more than just a sound clip here. They record tons and tons and tons of shit to make it play like an instrument. So to some degree, high prices are understandable for some things because of the effort involved, but not for others.
Mm-hmm. That's all. Like I can't pass judgment on paying ridiculous amounts of money for things like that. Like I totally understand that. Especially when it comes to making music.
Oh yeah, music is like the most expensive artistic hobby.
Uh-huh. Like, there was a point I want to say 5 years ago, I wanted to learn how to play piano. Was that a sneeze?
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And even like a keyboard, a cheap keyboard, is still over $300 and something.
And yeah, that's the cheap stuff. The really expensive and exotic stuff, like say a Rolly C board, which you can dial in controllers with just by moving your fingers across the keys. $2,000.
That's wild.
They're really cool, but they're really expensive.
Like that, yeah, that's expensive. And it's see that the price of things is the reason why I don't get into some hobbies.
Yeah.
I'd say never get into like painting your own miniatures, but I'm not sure
Too
if you're
late.
already there yet. Exactly.
Too late.
That's also very expensive.
I won't field an entire 40K army because I want to keep my firstborn son.
Nah, you'll pay for it anyway.
But yeah, 40K, I love it, but Jesus Christ. That shit is expensive.
My only real artistic hobby is cooking, which actually can be expensive.
Some ingredients are wild.
Yeah, and also like, getting new tools for cooking
Mm-hmm.
because you want them more than because you need them.
Right, kitchen gadgets are fun little things, even if they're not needed.
They are. But
Nate just
But
has
really,
an entire bank of cupboards full of kitchen gadgets.
yeah.
We don't
I
even
also have
deny
an entire I also have an entire cabinet of spices.
Okay, that I can understand.
Yeah, any good house should.
Yep.
Like, we have a cabinet. Like, I think it's a really big cabinet just filled with spices.
My mom
Floor
would have 2
to
racks of them if she
almost
could actually hang
ceiling
the
of
second
spices.
rack.
Okay, we don't have one. My grandmother had one that big. Ours is just like a top cabinet kind of thing.
Yeah. And whole spices that I grind when I need.
My grandmother did that too.
TIL,
grandmother
Nate
was-
is basically Phoenix's grandmother.
That shouldn't be any surprise. It's already been a joke in multiple communities that I am the mom of the community.
Guys, I have a question.
Mhm.
Did I just make a real bird with this? Hang on.
It looks familiar.
I want to say yes. If it didn't have the yellow, it would be almost a perfect magpie.
Oh, yeah, but the yellow's kind of important.
I'm trying to think because I know the got further. There is a tropical bird that looks like that.
Also, should I change to the white at all?
No,
Okay.
the white looks good with the black and yellow. Let me just do a quick Google search because I think there is a bird.
Yeah, no, I'm. Let's see.
I think I just made a real bird.
Kind of looks like a toucan in a way.
What the hell's this bird called? It kind of looks like a goldfinch.
Yeah, I was
yeah, I
thinking
was
goldfinch.
about to mention.
Also, there is a yellow-headed blackbird. It looks identical to almost. Hold on.
There's also the black and yellow growbeak, which sounds like a Pokemon.
Growbeak. Ooh. Ooh, that'd be a good name for a woodpecker that doesn't turn into a toucan.
Now, see, what you need to name the actual woodpecker evolution of the Pick-a-Peck line is Foul Drill, because that was a leaked name.
Ooh, that name has too much power in it.
Okay, I guess I did make a real bird then.
Yeah, you did.
By the way, I should mention Growbeak is spelled Gros.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So large beak.
As I get quiet, as I return to decorating. That's nice.
I'll do this line. I'm just kind of picking out random Pokemon lines to make Radiance for, while avoiding unrevealed variants because I'm recording.
That's what I'm trying to think of Pokemon I could say without having it actually be a revealed line. Or an unrevealed line, rather.
You can type it in chat and I can tell you if it's okay or not.
I'm trying to think of Pokemon that have no variant
Oh, okay.
at all.
I just picked the Gumi line, so.
Okay, that works. Everybody loves Gumi.
I don't.
But it's so precious.
Eh.
That's Gumi slander.
I also don't like Bidoof.
I hate Bidoof. I usually don't like Route 1 rodents of any Pokemon.
Youngster
Any
Joey
generation.
disliked that.
Youngster
That said, I
Joey
will
can-
say that there is a worst Route 1 rodent Pokemon,
Oh,
It is.
Pokemon line for that matter, which is Squavit Ingredient,
I agree.
the actual worst Route 1 rodent.
It's like they had a good thing with a squirrel and they messed up a squirrel.
Yeah.
well,
Like,
I mean,
I love
okay,
it how
there is a
I'll
reason.
even forgive Bunnelby.
There is a reason why Greedent is the way it is.
they wanted Peter Griffin in Pokemon.
No. It's because the red squirrel is an invasive species in the UK. And it's outcompeting gray squirrels by being better at foraging and thus eating everything, which is why it's a fat squirrel.
Okay, that's a good reasoning for it.
That doesn't make me like the Pokemon in
Oh,
any way.
absolutely. But, yeah. There is a reason for it being the way it is. What the fuck is with this sprite's coloration?
Still not a great design.
No.
Guys, help. What color are Gudra's legs supposed to be?
Fuck if I know.
Because,
Purple, I
like,
thought.
Aren't they gray and purple?
look at this sprite, and it's like the
I see light purple, medium purple, dark
yes,
purple.
but like, what color is it actually supposed to be? Because like, it's using the belly color as shading.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would
so
go
it's
with the lightest purple.
it looks like it is supposed to be all white on the legs.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't even look like there's shading on Gudra at all. I guess it's just one of those colors that the highlights don't show that well.
Yeah, I guess. What about its face? Is its face supposed to be purple, or is that also shading?
What? It's split.
Okay.
Yep.
So
From
it's
nose
accurate.
down
Right
is
at the
belly
nose.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's accurate.
I like Gudra.
I linked the art for Gudra.
Oh, thank God.
Like that'll help a lot.
Thank you.
Because where all the shading goes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can you link Sliggoo?
Yeah, I'll get.
Because Sliggoo
I'll get
also
it
has
in
that
just a
problem.
second.
I really want to run an idea by you all.
Goo.
Oh.
Deep sea Goomy line.
Depends on what you do with it.
That's the question now. It's like there's so many
There's
ways to go
Slugoo.
with a
Thank you.
Slug.
Okay, you can be a basic bitch and make it a Glaucus.
But isn't there like a million fake Pokemon of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I also
That's why
have
I
a
want to
fake
do that.
Pokemon of that.
It's such a great animal, though. That's the problem.
You could do the Pikachu Sea Slug.
Pikachu Sea Slug. Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen that before.
There's this
Oh.
like
Uh,
sea rabbit one.
Oh my god, that would work for a Goodra and Goomy. Deep sea Goomy line. I know. I have.
Oh my
one of my
god, the
closest
deep
friends
sea
is one going on.
deep sea Goomy lug Goomy line. Sorry, I'm talking too fast.
It's
Uh,
fine. That's fine.
Goomy
deep
lug.
sea deep sea Goomy line. It's the Pikachu Sea Slug. It's like a water electric type, and it navigates its environment with electroreception,
You
like
did
sharks
have to
do.
work for me. You did have to work for me.
You're welcome. It's like when I
Thank you.
did the fucking stick bug line.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah,
I
stick
showed my
bug.
friend that. She absolutely went nuts for it.
I love that line, and I'm going to make it into something.
Oh, the Pikachu! I gotta do it with the Pikachu Sea Slug. It's gonna be water electric. It's too writing itself.
Low key.
yeah,
Do you want me to do the art for it? Because I would actually kind of like to do that, or at least the design.
I don't know. How about we both do it and see which both
Okay.
do it?
Okay.
Because I do have my own. We both have such different styles.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see the way you're going to take it versus the way I'm going to take it.
Like I can already see what I would be doing.
hmm I'm starting to get ideas, especially with the little ears Goomy and Goodra have.
Yeah. And that they even have the spots on their cheeks.
Uh huh. I can't. I want to avoid doing Pikachu shit, but I'm doing Pikachu shit.
I mean, it's great when other Pokemon are doing Pikachu shit. Because
It's great when
Mimikyu,
real animals are doing Pikachu shit.
no,
It seems.
Mimikyu is
I
vastly
love
more
Mimikyu.
popular than Pikachu.
Now I'm just going to have to find a lore reason to why does this creature that's never seen the light of day look similar to a
Convergent
Pikachu?
evolution.
yeah.
Ooh, so it came from Pikachu at one.
No.
Pikachu's
That,
combination.
No.
no, that's not what conversion evolution is. Conversion
Oh,
evolution is when two completely unrelated species are basically the exact same thing. This is
Oh.
how you get, for example, mongoose versus weasel. They are basically the same animal, but they are not related.
I never knew that. I always thought they were just different
No.
names for the same animal.
No.
That's crazy.
Mongooses are viverids, which we've spoken about before.
Mhm.
Viverids are basically mustelids, but while mustelids are in caniforma, along with like dogs, raccoons, bears,
Mhm.
viverids are in feliforma, along with cats and hyenas.
Okay.
But yeah, convergent evolution is very much. It is not related to Pikachu whatsoever, but it looks like Pikachu because of similar environmental pressures.
That's going to be interesting because I know
Uh,
damn well we're going to take it two different ways.
Yes.
Succulent plants are another big example of it because there are succulent plants in just about probably about every family of plants.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of random, and usually it's just if a plant is around in an arid environment long enough, it'll eventually, turn into a succulent plant.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
By long enough, I mean, millions of years.
Because that's
But,
how it can survive.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Evolution and
I remember Sora and I have creatures on Protochrome. I don't remember if they're released creatures or if they're just in the backlog somewhere, but we have creatures on Protochroma that are not related, but they are similar because of conversion to evolution.
That's cool. I look forward to seeing
I
them when they get released.
do not remember if they are released or not. Because I can't remember what the creatures are.
Well, I look for if they're not released, I look forward to seeing them. Like this whole convergent evolution you said?
Yes.
Outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I never learned about this in school. School failed me.
Nothing new
Well,
there.
another fun one. Flying squirrels and sugar gliders, completely unrelated to each other, but basically the same thing.
Thylacines
Aren't
and
sugar gliders marsupial?
yes.
Yes.
Thought
And
so.
Thylacines and any caniform or feliform
yeah.
apex predator.
We have a exotic pet store where I live that sells sugar gliders.
Hang on, I can actually. Okay. So I can just search. Okay, I have a creature in the backlog that is that mentions conversion to evolution. I thought that Sora had one. I guess not. Oh, and Citharae are conversion to evolution stuff as well, because they're not actually related to the dragons in Protochroma.
That's cool. I love that there's so much lore with Protochroma.
And then looking at the Convergent Evolution page, in the related articles, there's the slightly joke thing of carcinization.
Everything turns into crabs.
Yes.
I've heard of that one before.
Yep.
It's like they're the perfect evolutionary
Evolution.
creature.
Yeah, evolution just really likes crabs, and crabs have evolved multiple times.
Yep.
Makes you wonder if humans live for a couple more millions of years, if we don't kill ourselves off, will we eventually become crab people?
No, we'll all become
That's what this
Brazilians.
says.
Oh,
Wait, what did you say?
We'll all become
Muddy
Brazilians.
disliked that.
No,
Yeah.
because like there is like studies on human genetics and stuff, and it all suggests that like if races keep mixing, we'll all basically become Brazilians.
So, beautiful people?
It's just how human genes express and stuff. It's just kind of funny.
Still, everyone becoming Brazilians, Muddy disliked that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that somebody laughed and seemed to understand the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's convergent evolution is fun in world building.
That makes me want to like explore that more for other Pokemon concepts.
I mean,
it makes me not afraid to.
There are a lot of Pokemon that could reasonably be results of conversion to evolution, or they're actually evolved from the same common ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, people like to point at Sharpedo and Garchomp,
Oh yeah, that's a good example of that.
or better yet, no, that's more of an example of evolutionary mimicry. I was going to point out how Crawdaunt basically looks like an open Sharpedo mouth.
Huh.
Hang on, I can find a picture of it fairly easily, I think.
That just brings up the question: is it just lazy creativity from Game Freak, just reusing designs?
No, I don't think so. Like, I think that there's definitely something going on with common ancestors and stuff, especially because they introduce regional variants.
Mm-hmm. That I will argue till I'm blue in the face that is the best things Pokemon or Game Freak's ever done.
Okay, I found an image of what I was talking about where underwater from a distance, Crawdont will look like an open Sharpedo mouth, thus frightening other predators away.
Oh, so it's like what moths do to make them look like other predators.
Yes. Or like some king and coral snakes. They're king and corn snakes looking like coral snakes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of examples of things that could be conversion evolution or could be common ancestor or could be evolutionary mimicry in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the carcinization article, and the first two sentences like make me laugh so hard. Carcinization is an example of convergent evolution in which a crustacean evolves into a crab-like form from a non-crab-like form. The term was introduced into evolutionary biology by L.R. Borradaile, who described it as one of the many attempts of nature to evolve a crab.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how educational this fucking podcast actually is?
Yeah.
I love it so much.
We're all fucking nerds, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just get a kick out of it.
Yeah, we're all nerds, so we all have these moments where we just kind of learn things from each other.
Yep.
Yes.
Nate and I are both kind of taxonomy nerds, so there's that.
Yep. And I can go on food science rants like it's nothing.
Yeah.
We have in the past.
Yes.
I can go on a rant about how dolphins are ungulates. And about how I hate
For the
tree
sake
shrews.
of curiosity, go on.
Dolphins are in the order Artiodactyla, which is the even-toed ungulates. And it's something along the lines of, like, the ancient ancestors of ungulates came out of the sea, and then some of them just went back into the sea.
Yep.
I've heard
So
of something
quite literally
similar
an
to
upgrade fuck go back scenario.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I've heard of that going back into the water. I've never heard them considered ungulates before. That's new to me.
Okay, they are considered ungulates because they are an Artiodactyla.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all there is to it.
Get that classification just because they have that classification.
Yes, it's kind of the same logic behind birds are reptiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, so birds are not reptiles, but they are dinosaurs. So therefore, they are reptiles.
Evolution's fucking weird.
A square is a rectangle. A rectangle is not a square, but that rectangle looks oddly like a square.
Yes. It's like, it's not a right angle unless you specifically add the 90-degree marker to it. Even though it is basically a right angle.
It may measure 90 degrees, but...
Until you put that square box in it.
Yeah.
It is not a right angle.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is actually not remotely what the dolphins or ungulates thing is like, but it's just funny to think about anyway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But,
that's why I love doing this podcast. I learn something new every week almost.
Yeah. There's a reason why I'll sometimes just say, and this is your random fun fact of the week that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
I'll say that to my worker a lot.
That scares me. What kind of facts you put on them? Like with how random things can be in the podcast.
It's just like random shit about whatever. Honestly.
Yeah.
I can't think of any examples offhand, but I know that there's just been some random stuff that we happened to be talking about, and then I just bring out a fun fact.
Oh, I thought that's funny. I had a moment like that this week with one of my friends.
Oh,
Because we both like Fallout. And I finally, after all this time, remembered the name of the real life location in Fallout 3. It's called Raven Rock in Fallout 3. It's a nuclear bunker where the government planned on restarting society. Now, Raven Rock actually exists out in Colorado, as with that name.
you know where else it exists?
Where? Oh, in Skyrim.
Solstheim, yeah.
Solstheim, yeah. That's the funny thing. Bethesda used it twice because they love the name.
It is a very fantasy name,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
Mhm.
Even in How to Train Your Dragon, there's a place called Raven Point.
Damn, what is it with ravens? It's just like makes good
Okay,
fantasy shit.
to be fair,
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes.
that yes, but to be fair, in How to Train Your Dragon, ravens are kind of a big deal to them because they are Vikings.
True. Okay, I found the actual post to my friend. Project Greek Island is the real-life version of Raven Rock in Fallout 3. I finally remembered. Funny enough, there is an IRL Raven Rock in Colorado. They function as the same thing, a nuclear fallout shelter and location to run the country if something very bad ever happened. And then I said, random fact of the day brought to you by Phoenix Fine Arts and Crafts. That's my story.
Like, on the topic of Fallout, though, one of my favorite recurring Fallout jokes is the "fuck you" door.
Yes.
In every Fallout game, there is a door you can open somewhere in the world with a cinder block wall behind it that says nothing but "fuck you."
Uh-huh. And the one in Fallout 4,
That's
you get that, and then it unlocks the
It spawns a
gate
level
for an assault
sentry bot.
Yeah, Sentry Bot, yeah.
Dark, what about that door in Skyrim that you can only open with a console, and when you do open it, there's just a dresser behind it?
That's probably a variant of the same joke.
Okay,
Bethesda.
well, no, it's actually because what was that quest? I think it was the Boethia quest where you had to be running around Dragon's Reach and stuff, and they needed to assign Boethia's voice to some actor, and they just kind of chose a dresser.
And once you get the key, the dresser
of note with the door in Fallout 4, though, it doesn't say "fuck you" behind it. It says "you look nice today" with a skull underneath it.
Oh, right. So where's the fuck you door in Fallout 4?
That is the "fuck you" door in Fallout 4.
Oh, okay, so that is okay.
It's a continuation of the joke.
Oh man, that makes me. I wonder if Fallout 76 has that now.
Probably.
I won't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm flying anyone plays that game, but probably.
Man, Fallout 76 looked fun when it was first revealed.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah, it did.
Nate and I both agreed it looked fun. I don't think either of us play Fallout.
See, after the whole Elder Scrolls Legends debacle, I don't trust Bethesda with online games anymore. Thank God Elder Scrolls Online isn't mainline Bethesda.
ESO is great, though.
That's why I said, thank God it's not mainline Bethesda.
I know, I'm just saying.
ZeniMax?
Oh. Yes, but ZeniMax owns Bethesda. So. But, yeah. It is ZeniMax, but it's the same people because they do consult with the Bethesda lore masters, and also ZeniMax owns Bethesda.
And Microsoft owns ZeniMax.
Yes.
Microsoft money.
Yes.
That's why I'm so excited for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes, Elder
I'll get
Scrolls
to play
5.
that when I'm 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I did the math. It's like I'm gonna be in my 30s.
I think we've been excited for Elder Scrolls 5 for the past 12 years.
Okay,
yes,
so there is a large gap between Elder Scrolls 5 and Elder Scrolls 6, but I think that they decided that Elder Scrolls Online is just filling that gap.
Fair. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because when did Oblivion come out? Because I know that Morrowind was 2003.
2006.
Okay, Morrowind was 2003. Oblivion was 2006. Skyrim was 2011. ESO I think was 2015.
Skyrim was also 2016 and
That-
2021.
Okay, remasters don't count. Remasters don't count.
That does, yeah.
I know, I'm just memeing.
I don't know.
But yeah, like
the-
ESO was like 2015, maybe 2014, and
2014, I think.
yeah, and we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 in the 2020s. That's still a big gap, but it's more reasonable than just 2011 to 2020s.
Here's the thing. I just graduated high school when Skyrim came out. I'm going into my midlife when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
I was in the 9th grade when Skyrim came out.
Let's see. 2011. I graduated in 2013, so 10th grade.
Bethesda. And then they had to make a new IP with Starfield, which I'm excited for. Don't get me wrong.
It's probably different people working on it.
No, it's Bethesda.
Okay, but like there are multiple teams within Bethesda.
Yeah, Bethesda is
Fair
huge.
enough. Yeah, it is.
Like this is the thing that I don't like when people are talking about game companies and they act like, oh, they're making this new game or this new spin-off or this new franchise. It's gonna detract their time away from this series or game that I'm excited for. And it's like, no, guys, there are multiple teams within this game dev studio.
What do you mean? What Pokemon fans
yes,
do with Game Freak all the time?
Exactly.
And
Fucking
a
hate
common
that.
variant in online gaming. Why are they producing skins instead of balancing the game?
Different people entirely work on
Nice.
those.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
It's like people talking about those Easter eggs in Skyrim, like how there's a potato stuck behind a fireplace that you can't get to. They're like, oh, it looks like someone was more focused on this than fixing the game's bugs, and it's like, you do realize that the map
No.
designers are completely different people from the coders.
Map designers like
And
to troll and shitpost in the
oftentimes
games.
those objects are put there specifically for the programmers.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like a game they
Yeah.
play.
Like it would be like, for example, someone talking about sardonyx saying, oh, you shouldn't be spending so much time making sure every flower and grass tile on this map is placed correctly. You should be focusing on fixing the lag and all the other bugs in the game. And it's like,
Yes.
you do realize that I am not Giga.
Also,
did-
fixing an engine level issue when we don't have source code access.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you guys did solve a lot of the lag from the
Good.
demo I originally played.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the reason for that lag was that we had outdoor light events everywhere. And we've since, one, removed those and replaced those with a night fog, which IMO looks much better. But
I agree.
some people are complaining it's too dark, but whatever. And also, we've just since been able to optimize how events work. So, for example, instead of having three events in a line to catch the player going through a threshold, we have one event that's 3 tiles wide.
Okay.
I remember we also fixed the hitch on entering Route 1 by not using my 5-minute long compressed audio file.
That wasn't an official bug because that was alpha version only. Just saying.
I know, it just takes me back, all this
Yeah.
discussion of old sardonyx bugs.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't even really a bug, it was again another engine level issue.
Yep.
Yep.
And unfortunately, like, it's not avoidable. We can't just stop using RMXP.
Right.
This is
Oh,
why
but you could use what is it called? SDK. There's like a new alternative to Pokemon Essentials that has less support but is overall better optimized. But
Hmm.
we can just stick with Pokemon Essentials. It's fine. Anyway, you were saying, Dark? I'm sorry.
This whole thing with Pokemon Essentials honestly being poorly optimized is why I'm kind of sad that none of these other alternatives really go anywhere.
They
Yeah.
do, but they don't have as much support as Essentials does, which is admittedly a result of people not using them over Essentials. But
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy,
yeah,
really.
yeah. I like Essentials though. It's not the best optimized, but it gets the job done. That's what matters.
And honestly, the whole map connections thing is RMXP's fault more than anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pro tip for fan game devs out there: if you're making a event heavy game, don't use map connections. Just use warp events. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, they look more like like the real Pokemon games, but do you want to run your game at 2 FPS or 60?
Now, see, like, I think Gen 5 even mostly used warp events in the guise of gatehouses.
Yeah,
There
there were a
are
lot of them.
there are some map transitions like around Dragon Spiral Tower and that general area, but by and large, they use gatehouses or caves or something in place of a map transition, especially between two large maps. They did the same thing in Gen 4.
Yeah, there were a lot of gatehouses in Gen 4.
Yes, there were also
Mhm.
map transitions, but the point is that between two very large maps, you are more likely to find a gatehouse than a map transition.
Mm-hmm. The biggest exception to that is between Route 216 and 217.
Mm-hmm. But that's because it doesn't make sense to put a gatehouse there.
Mm-hmm. Because Route 217 is fucking huge.
Yes. But also, like, 216 and 217, they use the same tile sets, they use the same weather events, they use the same music.
They are basically the same map.
They are basically the same route, just split into two for loading purposes.
Mm-hmm. It's not like we're getting away with the shit they did in Gen 3, where there are very few actual gatehouses.
Yes.
And you have massive ass fucking maps like Route 111 and Route 119.
Yeah. And I think that, like, the 3D games also mostly use gatehouses over transitions because, again, it's a performance thing. That you have to render so much more. In fact,
Performance. Something Game Freak has never really been all that good at.
In fact, it's not
they-
even that they use gatehouses, it's that they use map fades, which is what we use.
Mm-hmm.
They use warp events and fade the map or they fade the screen while the event is warping you so that you don't really see that you're just getting teleported. But it's not a smooth transition. You don't just cross over a tile and oops, you're in Route 1 now. You go into a warp event, it fades, and you fade back in on the new map.
Yeah, this isn't Gen 3 and earlier anymore.
Yeah.
Things are vastly more complex now.
Yeah, you have to render a lot. You have to play around with the weird 3D perspective. In the case of the starting town to Route 1, you have a different camera angle.
I think that's even true in Gen 5, actually. Different camera angle.
No, it's not.
Huh.
No,
I know it's true in some places.
In New Vema to Route 1, it is just a transition. Because the Charon and Bianca make this huge deal about
Now I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of that silly overlook in
in Black and White
Scotia.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Which
an
it was
overlook.
really interesting, but kind of weird.
Then there's Sky Arrow Bridge, where it's the camera just goes nuts.
Overly extra for that.
They were playing around with the new technology, and it shows.
Oh yeah, they were having fun.
Then the entire cutscene of lowering the drift fail drawbridge.
Yeah. And people don't really get that Harkle and Soul Silver, and to an extent Diamond Pearl, were just tech demos for Gen 5, because Diamond Pearl didn't have as much of that camera stuff. Platinum did a little bit.
Did.
Platinum did a little bit.
Distortion world.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like having the camera change its angle rather than just playing with physics. But
it did
like,
still happen, though.
for example, in Harkle and Soul Silver, when you're on the lighthouse, the camera angle changes, and that was
also when you're on top of the Tin Tower.
Yeah, and that is just them demoing the technology for Gen 5.
You have to think that in a largely still grid-based 2.5-dimensional game, handling the grid in that scenario is an absolute pain in the ass.
Yep.
Well, funny enough, I've recently read a discussion that people were having on Twitter.
Oh.
People think that every even-numbered gen is basically a tech demo for the following generation.
Okay,
the only one I debate that with is Gen 2.
That is coincidental, because it just so happens that most even-numbered gens are on a new console.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's every even-numbered gen, it's that every gen that's on a new console is the tech demo for the next gen.
Yeah.
Either way, that should make us all excited for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I had to list some of my most favorite camera effects in Gen 5, original Victory Road is definitely up there.
Yeah.
That one is that's really cool.
I can get behind that.
The panorama in Chargestone Cave is another one.
Oh yeah, panoramas are great. We use them in 3.0.
Twist Mountain is technically not a panorama, it's just one giant map.
Yeah.
And what's another good one that I really like? It's been forever since I've played Gen 5. Oh yeah, Dragon Spiral Tower is a good one.
Oh yeah, Dragon Spiral Tower is great, and so is that cutscene with Ends Castle.
Oh, that one's great.
Yes.
And the static camera at the top of Victory Road when you're going into the Pokemon League.
Yeah.
It's simple, but it really works well.
It does, yeah. Oh, let's see, what else is there? It's like, so, like, Gen 6 was a tech demo for Gen 7, but also there were 2 games in Gen 7 that were tech demos for Gen 8, but Gen 8 is also probably a tech demo for Gen 9.
Yeah.
Definitely Arceus.
You could also argue that
definitely.
the first 2 games in Gen 7 were tech demos for themselves.
Well, no, because like the original Gen 7 games are still really good. It's not a matter of quality, it's just a matter of they couldn't decide what climax to go with.
Also, I just like to point out, this is sort of a random thing to bring up,
Oh boy.
but Gen 6 was still grid-based despite being fully 3D.
Yes. It was just 8-directional movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, 8-directional movement doesn't make the game not grid-based, guys.
And for some reason, people got really mad about that.
when it comes to Game Freak, people get mad over the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
It's not Gen 1.
Oh,
I know I'm exaggerating there, but those people do still exist.
Yep.
Oh, that's not an exaggeration. That's
Yep.
legitimately accurate. Like, I will argue that Gen 1 is the worst generation.
Oh, I mean, from a purely like design perspective, yeah, but that's because they were written in assembly on tiny cartridges that can fit on
Yeah.
like a singular flash drive from like 10 years ago.
The story is also not great.
You
You kind of
mean
need
the
a
fact
story
that
for it to
barely
not be
had
great.
one?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And as for the whole written in assembly point, no, the cartridges were not big enough for Chris Sawyer to work his magic on because Roller Coaster Tycoon was also written in assembly, and it is a very good game even today.
Mm-hmm. That's the game I still play today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also,
it's
to be
like,
fair, different flavors of assembly.
yeah.
Remember a while back, this is still about Pokemon, we were trying to figure out if Game Freak is classified as a AAA company.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I figured that.
I know, but it took me a long time because I've been doing this research for over, about a month, you would say? Because I want to do a video on it, answering the question, is Game Freak a AAA company, yes or no? And it took me this long to find out the answer is yes.
And I thought
I'm
the
gonna
answer
be
would be
fair.
obvious.
I'm also going to be fair with that. The distinction, especially once you get up there on employee count, is kind of blurry anyway.
Ooh, it actually has nothing to do with the employee. Like, that's the crazy part. That's what I wanted to like triple confirm. It doesn't have to do with employees at all. It's hold on, let me bring up the notes I have on it.
Ooh,
Because
you have notes.
Oh, when I actually seriously about a video, I go crazy with it. I actually get notes and shit. The term AAA games is a classification used within the game industry with high budget, high profile games that are typically produced and distributed by large, well-known publishers. The games are often called blockbuster games. Pokemon fits that to a T, and so does Game Freak.
Yep.
So I don't want the Pokemon fans to stop. Oh, Game Freak's not a AAA studio. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
it
are.
is.
Because you can be an independent AAA studio.
I won't even give them the title of independent because they have Daddy Nintendo.
Officially, they are a separate company. They're a
I
second
know.
party developer.
I know. But I guarantee Nintendo says jump, Game Freak will say how high.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But the same is true of a lot of publisher-developer relationships.
Yeah.
Everybody, Microsoft says jump, and half the game companies in the world just jump up.
Yeah, pretty much. Same thing with EA, shit-ass Activision.
Activision's owned by Microsoft now.
Forgot about that.
True.
They are? Wait,
Yes, they are.
Activision
when did this happen?
Blizzard is owned by Microsoft.
When did this happen?
A few months ago.
Yeah,
Huh.
This is recent.
Maybe Microsoft will actually say jump, and they'll say, "Daddy, we'll stop being garbage for once in our lives."
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Like, I'm still waiting a bit, but like it might actually convince me to reinstall Blizzard stuff.
I will
Diablo 2
fucking never
Resurrected's
forgive
worth it.
Activision for what they did to Vicarious Visions.
Mm,
Those
yeah.
bastards laid Activision a golden egg, and what do they get in return? Fucking closed.
Yeah.
See, this is why I harbor such a strong hatred towards EA. Because they
Same.
closed Westwood Studios. And
I harbor such a strong hatred for EA because they closed Pandemic Studios.
Hmm.
Yep.
Was this within the last
Star
2
Wars-
years?
This was in
Yeah.
2014, I think.
Oh, okay.
I am mad at them for that because the OG Star Wars Battlefront games were a huge part of my childhood.
I'm not sure
Yep.
if we're allowed to say pandemic on YouTube yet, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh, I know.
I mean, in
There's
this
a laundry
context,
list.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
The bots, do the bots know context?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, if Larry Bundy Jr.'s video about Pandemic Studios can remain up, I'm sure this is fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but also Larry Bundy is a huge, big name YouTuber at this point.
Debatable.
It's better for us because we're not noticed. We can
But
say
the
anything
bots,
we want. I guarantee we'll
the
never get
bots
caught.
can still hit us though.
Oh yeah. Hey bots, 110011001111.
Pandemic COVID-19 China.
Wow.
This was a
I'm
fun
sorry.
chat. while it
You
lasted.
guys, how do you pronounce that one square that China doesn't want you to talk about?
Taiwan.
Not that one, but
Oh, Nepal.
no, the
Oof!
something
Uh,
square massacre.
Oh,
Tiananmen.
I know where you're
Tiananmen.
going. Tiananmen Square
Tiananmen
Massacre.
Square. Yeah, the Tiananmen Square massacre where they slaughtered the college students.
Yeah.
hmm
I just couldn't
I'm not
figure out how to
afraid to
pronounce
say
it.
this
So
shit. I'm not afraid to say this shit. I mean, there's channels that actually discuss these things, so I
Yeah.
highly doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe I'll be banned from going to China.
who
Good.
cares?
I will set out to try to be banned from to get kicked out of China.
There's like some Japanese gaming communities have this trick to get rid of Chinese hacking players, and it's just to type out in the game's chat the Chinese characters for the Tiananmen Square massacre,
Oh yeah,
and
I remember this.
and they will basically get logged off almost immediately because of the CCP.
Yeah, this is the Japanese gaming community's equivalent of the Xbox shutdown thing for the Xbox One.
Oh, that's.
Oh, what was that?
I've seen that.
What was that?
People were naming themselves on Xbox Live things like Xbox shut down and Xbox turn off, so that when little kids playing Call of Duty get mad at them in game, they scream Xbox shut down and their Xbox turns off.
They had to have voice enabled. But yeah, that was best.
Wow.
And it was always the screamers, like
Mhm.
like the ones, like the ones.
Yeah, people like Tyler One, for instance, who get extremely animated and mad at video games.
Yes. But that's why I'll always love peak Xbox. Madness.
Jeez.
People were doing it with OK Google too.
Mm.
I guarantee I just triggered some phones right now.
I have that shit off, and I'm wearing headphones.
Same
I
to
have it off
both.
as well. I don't want no AI bullshit listening in and waiting for me to say hello, Cortana.
No doubt.
Did they ever get around to finding an explanation for why Alexa would sometimes just start laughing randomly?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Hold on, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like, I don't know if anyone watching has this, but please, work. Alexa, order 12-inch dildos.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 5 years old.
Yep.
Aren't we all?
No, you guys are
I'll
all 5
laugh.
years old. I'm at least 7.
I will die laughing if I get a message from my friends saying, "What the fuck?" Oh, hold on! I accidentally ended my recording.
Uh-oh.
Good job.
I think that's instant karma.
No, because
Yeah.
I have my. If anyone noticed a cut in the video, it's because my stupid Tartarus is right next to me, and I hit the spacebar, and that ends recording.
I think that's still karma, though.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
that's yeah. I knew I did it too because I felt the button press under my hand.
Thank God I have nothing bound to my G910 and I'm just open mic.
I'm literally just clicking. So, like, I don't think I'm going to accidentally shut anything down unless I somehow accidentally click OBS and then somehow accidentally click stop recording, which is not likely.
And at this point, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fucking nut-centered. I hate that.
What?
I was trying to center a thing, but it's 2 tiles wide, so
Ah.
it's impossible to center, and it's just irritating. There's no way I'm finishing the sunscreen. I don't even know how long we're going anymore. I have to actually pay attention to the time now.
We're not at 2 hours yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know we got like
20
20 minutes
minutes.
left. I guarantee if anyone's actually watching, they're watching me decorate and they're Animal Crossing people. Oh god, I'm going to be canceled by the Animal Crossing community if they actually watch this with
Who
all
the
the shit we've been
fuck
saying.
cares?
I really don't care.
They cancel people over having their little Animal Crossing player wearing a certain hairstyle.
Yes,
Who cares what
Afro
they think?
Puffs.
Yeah.
Puff Bros or whatever they're called.
Astro Puffs.
Astro Puffs, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Who the
that
fuck
one
cares
was
what the
silly.
Animal Crossing community thinks?
Like they're a special kind of stupid.
Yeah. And yes, Animal Crossing community, this is a direct call out to you in particular.
I play MOBAs pretty religiously, and I never thought I'd hear of a community more toxic than those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Animal Crossing community is how do I put this?
It's special.
Psychotic? Yeah. Yeah. Like the canceling for wearing a black hairstyle is one thing, but it's not like the first time they've done it. It's like they've done after people wearing Asian style clothing in the game when they're white.
Yep.
Well, I have sometimes an Asian style outfit in my ranch bar. Damn, ranch bed. In my outfit wand. I guess I'm canceled for appropriating Asian culture. I wore a kimono once. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yes. My dad, when he served in Korea, the family he was close to gave him a kimono when he was coming home.
That's nice.
And it's a beautiful kimono, beautiful green and white. And I got to wear it for a special thing we were doing in school. If I did that now, I would be canceled.
Dumb shits will probably cancel you for mentioning Korea and kimono in the same sentence anyway, but...
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, what is a kimono doing in Korea?
I never questioned it. But maybe they were a Japanese family.
The answer, Nate, as usual, is history.
Yeah, I know, but like at the same time, like I'm just surprised there's a kimono in Korea. Like, are you sure it's a kimono and not a hanbok?
It might have been. My dad always just called it a kimono.
Hanbok. There we go. Hanbok. That's right.
You okay over there, Nate?
Let me Google hanbok.
No.
What?
Yeah, I hear of shit like that happening, and my first thought is, God damn it, you losers, you're making the left look bad.
Okay, yeah, that's more close to... Well, no, this is... Is there a male version of this?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, oh, wait, if it was for you, then it wouldn't be...
Yeah, it was like a men's... It was like... Okay, yeah, there is... Yeah, okay, this is it. Yeah, there is a male version of it, and it does look like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a hanbok. My dad always called it a kimono. And this is another thing. Like, I always hate the idea of the term cultural appropriation when cultures are something that's supposed to be shared.
Yeah.
Like Asian people, especially Japanese and Korean, go nuts when people love their culture.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
The Asian culture in general is more towards the lines of imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Exactly. And I don't know, I just always thought it was stupid. I know we've discussed this many times on the channel about cultural appropriation and the ridiculousness of it. But I will always say my joke because I'm a broken record and I don't have many jokes. I don't
Me
want to see
too.
no one eating pizza.
Yep.
That's Italian cultural appropriation. So stop eating pizza.
I don't want to see anyone celebrating Christmas anymore.
Don't eat fish and chips.
Don't put no pickles on your Christmas tree.
What?
It's a deep cut tradition. It's a German tradition.
Oh, okay.
Once again,
okay,
proving
so,
that
like,
Germany is weird.
I don't want to see Germans
yeah.
doing that anymore because that's just taken from putting food on trees for winter spirits from the actual original pagan version.
Well, if it's Germany, that probably is because it's from the original pagan version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Germany is weird.
Dark joke. Don't. Okay, good. Okay, I didn't say it.
I knew exactly where you were going.
Maybe not that kind of dark joke, Phoenix.
Oh, please. Dark jokes make me.
Yeah, but
I have a
maybe
dark sense of humor.
maybe not that kind, at least not on camera.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's low hanging fruit to begin with.
Yeah.
Low hanging fruit's always something you shouldn't go after.
Yeah. Unless it's just right there. And even then.
It depends. If it's making fun of certain crazy people on the internet, then I definitely will take the low hanging fruit.
Yes.
Like all the riots happening right now because the Roe v. Wade might be overturned. Ooh, boy, you guys will riot over anything.
That's something I don't know if I want to talk about on camera.
Oh God, no!
Because
Fuck
I
no. That's a
have
great way to be
very
destroyed.
controversial opinions.
So do I.
All I will say is that I am not pro-life. I am not pro-choice. I am pro-responsibility.
Wrap it before you tap it, people.
Abstinence is free.
That too. Stupidity. It's oh
man.
After show.
Yeah.
After show.
Yeah.
It's just the reaction to it, though. Like, I think we could talk about the reaction the world's having with it. Or
do you think I can get away with calling this week's episode "Abstinence is Free"?
Oh yeah,
okay.
That'll be unless you watch the end of this episode, no one will understand it.
Yeah.
I have an opinion that would get me screamed at in large chunks of the U.S., and that's that we should fund healthcare.
Yeah.
Who's we?
Just the people more generally.
Oh, okay. So like universal healthcare.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm not as a Republican. I'm actually not against universal healthcare. I just don't want it to be like certain countries because then you're put on a waiting list for God knows how long, and you don't get the help you need.
As someone who lives in one of those, I am duty bound to tell you that that's largely misinformation these days.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, you say that, but then, like, Dom has such issues with his stuff.
To be fair, that's because that's considered a non-essential procedure, and I am against that designation as well.
Yeah, it's just like, you can't say that it's largely misinformation when you have people under a certain kind of category who can't get the help that they need because the healthcare system doesn't consider it essential.
I think there's a middle ground we can all meet on, actually. The government needs to rein in these pharmaceutical companies so people can actually afford the medicine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop patenting medicine.
Yeah.
And it's not even that Americans don't fund healthcare, because we do pay for healthcare with our taxes. The problem is all of that money that goes towards quote unquote healthcare in American taxes instead goes towards marketing for pharmaceutical firms.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The
Like, that's
doctors
why
don't receive your tax money. The pharmacists don't receive any of it. The medical offices don't receive any of that tax money. It all goes towards marketing.
Yep.
exactly. Like, when I say Big Pharma owns the country, that's very
Yeah.
accurate.
Big industry in general, I'd argue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because there are
defense
some
industry is also.
There are some U.S. politicians that are absolutely fucking owned by the oil industry.
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
yeah. Like, taking the what's her face? The wrinkly old bitch who runs everything. Pelosi.
Oh yeah.
She's in deep with so many companies. It's scary.
Yeah.
She partially owns the company that makes the voting machines.
Ugh.
That should raise red flags.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. No politician should have money or ownership of Dominion.
And
Yeah.
this is why we still use paper ballots here.
Do you?
Yeah, all ballots in Canada are paper and counted manually.
I can respect that. Anytime you
Reminds me
bring
of
computers in,
It reminds me of something I've heard with UK ballots, is that if a ballot looks like, if you put multiple things on a ballot, kind of spoil your ballot, everybody has to look at that and say out loud, like, what you've written in and everything. And so, it's all public too, so, like,
I can see that going so many places.
yes, it does.
As someone who is basically a real shit poster in real life, oh, the temptations I would have with that.
Yeah, from where I learned it, they use the example of, you can write in, "You are a knob," and that guy has to, the person reading it has to say that out loud to everybody.
I think the best one for that, though, was when the last London mayoral elections is like not for the mayor of London, but for the figurehead London mayor, where I think it was like 10% of the electorate voted for Lord Buckethead.
Oh, God bless you, English people.
I am one. I actually do have dual citizenship.
That's awesome.
When are we getting Bode McBoatface as a president?
Soon.
I haven't renewed my British passport in over a decade and a half because it cost me $900, but I do have dual citizenship.
Guys, what is the worst color to make Radiant Machop line?
Oh no!
I'm looking.
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that.
I'm looking for like something that I can use as an Attack on Titan reference, but I don't see any good color. Actually,
pink flesh.
Yeah, actually, what if you just made it like human flesh colored?
Is this close enough?
Let me see. I'd have to see it done.
That kind of looks like a Simpson to me.
Wait, no, hang on. I have a palette for when I'm making human sprites. Hang on.
Definitely, like you're going for
that sprite kind of looks like a Simpson to me.
It does kind of. That Ludicolo's face. Like if you're going for Attack on Titan, the Colossal Titan would probably be the best palette to go off of. It's the most, I want to say, almost skeletal. Not even skeletal. It's like
I'm not gonna do any fancy patterns or anything.
Understandable. It's another one you could go with is what was her name? Anna's. I don't. Anya. Anna. I forgot the Titan. Lady.
Guys.
What? Oh no.
Oh boy. What have
Oh,
you
no.
done? What have you created? What the fuck? What is that abomination?
I told you. I
He
told you.
looks. It looks like a naked.
I'm keeping this.
That is cursed, and I think you need to make it official.
Okay.
April Fools.
April Fools.
These are
Everyone
naked
gets a radiant Machop.
Hold on, is it possible? How hard would it be just to put a fig leaf over its crotch?
Not too hard, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that would be too funny. That would
Wait,
have been too funny.
Hold on. Hang on, I have an idea. I have an idea.
Oh,
What number is this
Oh
Pokemon?
no,
So see, if you actually did that, you're going on Clover levels of memeing.
What number is this Pokemon? There it is. This is gonna take a minute for me to actually do.
Understandable.
have a nice day.
I just love that it's blonde too.
That's just because it's normal Machop's color right now.
I never knew it had gold for its head crest.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just
Okay,
grabbing Kaiser's sprite and seeing how that hair color looks.
Oh, that's
Hang on.
cursed.
Hang on, I need to. Hang on a sec. No, that's not one. No, hang on. I need to. The issue is I'm editing sprites where every pixel is 2x2, so it's annoying to actually edit.
Why is every pixel 2x2?
That's just how Essentials works.
Oh, okay.
It's too big. Oh well,
Aw.
whatever. I can work with this. I can work with it. Hang on. It's too big, but like, hang on. It's just Shiffry's leaf.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love it. Oh, that's too mean. That's too perfect. It's too funny.
Hang on, I can put it on Machamp and Machoke at least.
Like it adds. It makes it. It's the subtle implication that it's naked.
What's the Pokemon with the smaller leaf?
Petalil?
It's probably in the 500s. Let's see. Ooh, that might work. Yeah, that might work.
The only reason that came to my mind is because of the one stupid side quest in Legend Arceus. Find me a Pokemon with a small 3 leaves. And I'm like, Oddish?
Oh, is it not Oddish? Okay.
No, it's Petalil.
Okay.
Because Oddish isn't in the game.
That makes sense. I haven't
Again,
done that quest yet, but like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's Petalil. You find it in the marshlands.
Okay.
And it's like, I was confused because I was doing somewhat of a blind playthrough of it, so I don't know what every Pokemon... I didn't know all the Pokemon in the game. And I was like, okay, where would Oddish spawn?
Oh my god. Why am I doing this? Giga's gonna get annoyed with me.
Yeah, but Giga gets annoyed at
influence.
everything fun.
I mean, let's face it,
Even that's a little bit too big, but it works better.
This ain't like the first time I've gave you a crazy ass. Oh, oh that's perfect.
It's not.
No, it implies
In
something.
context, it actually is.
Yes, it implies.
There's also
something.
Chikorita that might be able to
Chikorita's
work.
too big.
Okay.
Oh, that one's perfect with Petalil because that implies it's.
I don't want to imply that though.
That's what. I'm sorry. I'm 5 years old.
With that leaf, the dude looks so proud of himself.
Oh.
Hang on, I
What
have better.
about Grovyle?
No, what about Rowlet? Hang on.
I'm about
that
to
could
pass
work.
out. I'm laughing too hard. I'm going to end this. I'm
But
going to end the
there is
podcast
Grobon.
here.
I'm not ending yet.
I'm ending my side of this because this is going to get worse. So if you enjoyed watching it and want to see what's having me almost pass out from laughing, go check Kayleon's perspective.
Yes.
Oh shit.
This is better than when I turned Jinx white.
Oh my god.
better.
Just visualizing that in my head, it's super cursed.
Oh.
Oh my god, Rowlet works almost perfectly.
Next week, everybody.
Hang on.
Oh god.
Hang on.
Oh god.
Also, who cares what Giga thinks about this? He poo-poos every hilarious
Yeah,
idea.
no, you're keeping this one. If we have to put it to a vote, we outnumber.
Okay, but he allowed Synthwave Grow Ray. I'm not sure if he's gonna allow this.
This is supposed to show you we're a bad influence.
Yeah, we're.
You are absolutely the worst influence on me.
I am the touch of chaos in everybody's life.
Hey, I'm the one who said flesh colored.
And I said fig leaf.
I'm going to make 2 versions of these.
I'm the one who said it makes him look proud of himself.
Yes, that's why I love the bigger leaf so much more, because it's like I'm proud. Oh shit, it's hot. I need to turn another fan on.
Imagine having more than one fan.
Oh, I have 3 in here.
I only have one cheap $20 one.
So, before anything else, I just want to mention, I'm using Kaiser's hair color just as a test here, and I want to just let you guys know that, in a complete coincidence, Kaiser is trainer 69.
Nice.
Very.
I had a similar coincidence today when buying that thing I bought. The total discount I got on it was 69%.
Nice.
Alright, let's see. Oh my god.
Like that little one, the Rowlet leaf one, that was just too perfect. like I would just love it as a radiant for no particular reason, just with a leaf on its garage. Oh dear God.
This is gonna be my thumbnail for this episode. I just know it.
I can't tell if we're bordering on Clover levels of memery now or not. Okay, now if Giga actually lets us go through, you have to put one in the Wonder Trade and nickname it David.
Okay. No, I would nickname it Adam.
Yeah, but David's the statue with the fig leaf.
No, but... Okay.
Or did they fix the penis?
No, I think that David had the penis and Adam had the fig leaf. Because I'm thinking Adam and Eve.
They all had.
No. What it is David, right? But what it is they have a separate fig leaf piece that when important female figures come to visit, they put the fig leaf on the David statue. You know, so if a queen or princess or what have you visits, they can just put that on.
Okay.
God forbid they see a small pecker.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's just that is the most perfect right in the world. It's the pose. It's the hands so proud. Oh God.
Have you ended off yet?
I'm done. I've been done for a while.
Okay. I'm also going to end off. This is absolutely going to be the thumbnail, and it's the last 5 minutes of the fucking video.
Yeah.
Anyone want any closing words?
No.
Giga's lame.
Such a chaos goes a long way in life.
He's not lame. You can't make fun of him when he's not even here. He doesn't feel.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't
why I'll
feel
say
well.
don't make fun of him. He doesn't feel good.
Yeah. So, yep, this happened. Bye, everyone. See you next week for more whatever the fuck this was.